Fellas, Damon, Black Warrior Lures. This is kind of a sit and chat episode, thinking about just talking shop, because that's kind of fun. Everybody likes to talk about fishing, because I'm a bait fisherman. I love fishing with bait, and I catch more with live bait than anything, so I'm not going to even worry about cut bait and all that for the catfish. Just concentrate on black soldier flies and worms, But the main thing is the worms, because once you start growing these black soldier flies, what's going to happen is you're going to accumulate a lot of maggot poop. That's the perfect worm food. I have a big pile of dirt, garden soil, actual real soil that I was going to put in my garden that I never did. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, why don't we just build a nice big worm bin, soil in there, and on the top several inches, you take the old maggot poop, put that on top, get us some worm chow, and then we may take a wood dowel that we have and turn on the lid and make us a worm fiddle. It's a little wood thing, you poke it down into the ground, way deep into the ground, and you can grunt away, a wood grunter or whatever. The worms come out of the ground because of the vibration. It scares them or something. I was gonna buy some worms. I was seriously thinking about buying some European night crawlers or some Canadian night crawlers or something like that. The thing about true soil worms is that you can't hardly grow them in captivity. And so part of it is an experiment to see if we can. In other words, if we just built a big tub, something that's very deep, and it's actually compacted with soil, because that's one of the things I hate about my soil, it just gets too compacted. And we can actually take the native worms around here and the natural poop and things from the maggots and feed that to them, and worm chow, and we keep it here under the trees here, kind of work it like you would a raised bed, but except it's about 2-3 foot deep, full of a bunch of soil, because they're good. I've seen one of those worms in this compost bin, holes in the bottom, and come right in. I saw one and I said, no, that is not a European nightcrawler, because it was grayish and it was sort of bluish. That's actually a native, true soil born worm. Maybe we can congregate them there, because you have the big tree canopy. You get a lot of black soldier flies, and the black soldier fly makes a lot of poop, and then that poop is good feed for the worms. So now you have a nice little system where I don't just have to depend on the black soldier flies. The good thing about the soil worms is they can handle the heat, essentially. They just burrow down deeper or whatever. I love tying my own flies. There we go, Black Warrior Lures, right? There's something about artificial lures and flies and streamers and harnesses that you can incorporate sound and vibration. You can reflect and refract light with them. Anything that just draws extra attention from further away. I mean, it's a lure. It's just to lure them into the area or lure them closer to your offering. That's why you don't hardly ever see me fishing with just lures by themselves. You go to a lot of places and a lot of fishing, you go striper fishing. These guys will tip their bucktail jigs. Dude, I hope I'm in focus. Oh, I hope I'm in focus. It took me 10 minutes just to get everything set up. I didn't even check focus. Again, light line fishing. I just love the lightweight stuff. I'm a finesse fisherman, guys. I'd rather catch a 20-pound fish on 8-pound line than to catch a 100-pound fish on 100-pound line or something. I'm thinking about going to copolymer lines, and any of you who've used copolymer lines, let me know, because I've never used them. I think I've had some back in my fly fishing days as the tippets and for the end of the leaders. It seems like the copolymer lines were thinner than just straight up monofilament. If you were to take 8-pound copolymer line and put it side by side with 8-pound test straight up monofilament, the monofilament would be like a lot thicker. Again, with a Handline, your drag is your fingers and your body. You can actually pull it across your body and use your body somewhat as the drag, and you have both hands, and the drag is instantaneous. You don't have to hope that you got it set perfectly. It's you set it on the fly, right? If you know he's wanting to run, you just let him run, and you can start gaining back ground. If he wants to run, you let him run, and you can choose at any moment. I would rather let the fish get away and not land the fish than to cut my fingers down to the bone. Okay, it's not that important to me. Trying to figure out a way to make hand lines out of wood, the actual Cuban yo-yo out of wood. I got my lathe, I got some new lathing tools, and so that's it. So that's sit and talk. I think fishermen like talking about fishing when they like fishing.